Hello, guys. I hope that you can hear me. I would like to welcome to you to today's webinar. This topic of the webinar will be basically the introduction into n8n or n8n. I don't know what is a correct pronunciation. You can drop me the comment which pronunciation is a correct. And basically, in this webinar, I would like to show you how VR utilize the n8n. And I would like to also share with you some lessons learned. Uh, Basically, that I have basically from last 2, maybe 3 years that basically I utilize that. And after that, basically, I would like to show you also some use cases that we are using on daily basis. So who am I? My name is Tomáš, and I'm from company called Leadspicker. We are mainly focused to the sales automation. We have also the plenty APIs that can be interesting into some n8n workflows. We also have a lot of customers in terms of the uh, low code experts and etc that using some part of our API into their solutions that providing to the clients. So if you were looking for some API that working with LinkedIn, automating the sequences or automating the signal tracking, feel free basically to connect me here on my LinkedIn. So I can basically show my LinkedIn profile. So basically, this is me, and feel free to drop me the connection request, and I will go back to the beginning. And basically, I would like to start with. Really important part before we basically drop down into the n8n and into the automations, because the important part just beginning into the processes. The processes are the most important part, and basically, before you start automating something, I highly recommend to basically start with a really quick exercise into some platform like is FigJam, or my favorite one is at this moment this platform called diagrams.net. And basically, the reason why I'm showing that is that before we are able to automate something, we just need to have the process done. So I highly recommend basically when you are hired to automate something, or you are plan to automate something internally, before you start automating, I highly recommend to start with the boring part, where you basically sit down to the Draw.io or the FigJam or any other platform, and you basically start drawing the platform. You start drawing basically the process from the beginning. So, for example, you just start with this called the start, and here you will continue with some other action item like inbound filled form. And after that, you just continue with other things, basically what will happen when inbound filled form. And at this moment there will be the some part of the routing, for example. So you just describe there some routing rules that basically when inbound is from high company with more than 100 employees, it will goes directly to the sales reps, and if basically will be the inbound with less than 100 employees, it will go to the lead nurturing campaign or something just like that. But the point here is that you are not able to automate anything basically when you miss the core process. So I highly recommend basically to also add into your list some those boring tools. You can utilize the normal whiteboard where you will basically draw the whole process. But this is a This is a really important beginning, and without this beginning, basically the whole process of automation won't work. Also, the same rule I highly recommend to do for any kinds of the AI implementation, because when you missing in a company the mapped processes, you start heavily invest time and resources automation and etc. But when you are not able to measure what you are automating, when you are missing totally the reporting, if the process work or not, you just losing the money, you just losing the resources that you can invest basically the much better. So I will basically finish this line. So basically, the really quick recapitulation, the processes is important, and I highly recommend before you start automating anything, start with a boring part here into with some diagram where you will basically draw down and describe the whole processes, and after that you can go step by step and automate each step, or the automate basically the whole pipeline of a process. And I highly recommend to keep also the processes measurable, basically to say, okay, this automation saved me this amount of money, this amount of time, and etc. Before I will start with the automations itself and workflows, I would like to also start with this this slide. And basically, here this is the outer of basically this comparison. I will basically I will basically little bit expand the view of a slide. And I will start with the most common question that I receiving when I'm talking about the n8n. Basically, the n8n is the local tool for the automations, as you already know. And really common question is basically, what is the difference between n8n and between make? Which solution is a better? And etc. So I would like to start with this slide, basically to avoid this question later. I would like to start basically both tools are really great. My experience is that I start with make, and after that in few weeks I just start missing some features in make. So, and I just finding some tutorials, and basically there is not that much tutorials for the make as for the n8n. And that was a reason why I switched to the n8n, because n8n basically the first difference between those two tools is that n8n is an open source, and make is basically built for profit. What that Also, n8n is built for profit, but they have an open source. And what does it mean? It doesn't mean that the n8n has really huge number of resources outside. They have a really huge forum with discussions where people solving the issues and etc. They have also huge number of how-to videos basically for the third-party creators on the YouTube. And also the chat gpt, really well known those forums and those information. So when you are beginning basically, and you are unskilled, when you will have some issue in n8n, there is a high chance that you ask to chat gpt and you get your problem solved immediately. But in a make, basically there is not that huge community, and there is not that much resources. So basically the learning is really tough, but make already working on that, and they also introducing some their AI that will helping directly inside the platform, basically to build the workflows. After that, basically there is some differences between the pricing. Basically, n8n charging for the workflows executions, make charging for the number of the operations. Here, you just need to basically choose what is better for you, or basically what you basically prefer in terms of a security and number of integrations. Basically, both platforms are pretty similar. If I remember correctly, Make you can also host on your own servers. Basically, n8n. Most of the people that I know hosting the n8n on their own servers. The after that, basically someone prefer Make because there is a slightly different visual interface, and some of the users, I just hear the feedback that the Make is much straightforward, and but on the other hand, I also heard from some part of my network that they choose the n8n because they have the better visual. I highly recommend also to also basically to decide based on that, because when you start automating something or when you start building something, you just spend hours in that platform. So decide what you will like more. And in terms of a logic in the platforms, it's basically the pretty same. The n8n usually has, in terms of AI features, a little bit early than the Make, but Make also doing really great job in terms to integrating the AI solutions and etc. So the decision by the end of the day is up to you. Both platforms are really great, and me personally, I just prefer the n8n because, as I mentioned, I was really unskilled when I'm beginning in terms of coding, in terms of everything. So for me, really huge difference was when I building something in the Make and I was unsure or I stopped on something. Uh, I was unable to unstuck in that, but in n8n, I just write to the ChatGPT. But that's the 3 years. That's the 3 years ago. So you just still need to remember when you are not when you skip the first part of the mapping the processes and you basically start with those integrations directly, it will be basically really tough for you to say this automations is worth, or this one is useless, or to automate the process properly. And at this moment, I just go directly into our n8n, and I will basically talk directly about the use cases that we are currently using. So as a first, basically, as I already mentioned, we are hosting the n8n directly on our servers, as you can see. Basically, you can choose their own cloud, or you can basically host that via Docker on your servers. We just prefer that because at this moment we have the over 400 workflows, and basically we still adding the new ones. But I need to be also fully honest with you. When we take a look to the active workflows, we have active only around the 66, because we usually build something, and after that we slowly improving the workflows and we slowly improving the processes. How n8n look alike? The n8n look like that. And that's the n8n. No, just kidding. Basically, the n8n offering really huge number of variants of what you can do there. I also seen some apps built directly in the n8n. And basically in the n8n, you can connect the multiple apps together. For example, you would like to connect the pipe drive. So I will basically set up something. When something happened in the pipe drive, let's do some if, and if basically the event in the pipe drive will be something, send notification to the Slack. Here I will basically choose the message, send a message. Here I again can connect the Slack and etc. And that can be the one easy workflow that connect me the pipe drive with the Slack in terms of some notifications. I will show you basically the latest one about the pipe drive. I just need to find that, and basically here is, for example, the our pipe drive integration that we currently have. The pipe drive integration that we currently have is basically when something changed in the pipe drive, basically when deal is a one. Here we just validating that deal is really one. Here we basically take the every change. After that we use the if node, the one, and after that if basically deal is a one, we just trigger the Alexa from the Amazon. If you know, basically Alexa on is basically this small thing that basically starts saying that we want the new deal, and we have connected directly that in the office, so everyone knows when we get some new customer. Time to time it's a little bit annoying. So I will leave out without basically saving, but in terms of where I use basically the n8n for almost daily basis is more likely the reporting and everything about CRMs and syncing the CRMs and etc. Before I started do that with the n8n, I just play around with the CRM automations directly in the pipe drive, because we are using the pipe drive and I still missing something. Also, it was pretty tough to connect something in the pipe drive. So I just decide, okay, so here is a pipe drive API, and I will start connecting everything by myself, and start building the processes around that. And here I would like to show you some progress, and also that will be the another lessons learned in terms of the building the automations. And my first pipe drive integration looked like that. As you can see, this integration seems pretty crazy. I just built this integration almost year and a half ago. Basically, when we take a look, we have there the 183 nodes, and it looks pretty crazy. What this workflow basically do? This workflow do only one job. When somebody received the reply on the email, is sent here basically via webhook. Is sent there via webhook, and basically after that, basically based on account owner is routed to the branch. And reason why I choose this branching is because by the end of the each workflow, I basically wanted to assign the lead to the specific user. And basically that was basically the reason why I decide this really complicated workflow. So here basically I should assigning something directly to the exact user. The thing that I built is really solvable also in much easier way. I will again show you. Basically, I just wanted to assign to the specific person, and I think basically I already deleted the part with the owner. but the main reason was to choose directly one of the owners there, because this routing and for each person the different route, really crazy approach, but that's the some learning curve that I had. And at this moment I had basically some free time, so I just decided to build the similar thing, but with basically a much smarter way. And the current workflow looks like that. As you can see, here I am just talking about the 19 nodes. Here again is basically the webhook on the beginning. And the thing, how I solve that is basically I just solved that the issue that I was solving with the routing. I just solved that with really easy code node where I basically the assigning the IDs of owner based on the names from the email addresses and LinkedIn's. And at this moment, I basically in lead creation, I do not use the predefined values from the pipe drive, but I'm using the IDs. So basically, when I switch that to the fixed, sorry, I just choose the bad one. When I decide basically to switch, for example, owner from the fixed value, I have again basically the ability to choose the right owner, but I start using the expression where you can utilize basically the ID of a person, basically the ID of a label, and etc. And everything is much faster. And basically, the thing that I basically built before over a day, because a lot of branches, a lot of testing, if everyone receiving the pipe drives incorrectly, I'm able to basically build that really fast with one additional code node. So in my point of view, in terms basically in terms of the building the workflows, I highly recommend to do not use the exact predefined values there, like the owners and etc., because when you would like to build some universal workflow for your whole team, it is pretty tough to set up that correctly. And when you will have I don't know, the 60 sales reps, that means the 60 different branches, and that's the really crazy. You can build that for over the month and testing that, but still you can use the similar workflow as I built basically for the 60 users when you utilize one the code node. And that's the benefit of both tools like the Make and also n8n, that you can combine basically some logical steps and some predefined steps directly from the tools that you are integrating with code nodes and with your own logic that can basically just speed up the process really. Basically it is speeding up the process really fast. uh, after that basically, I would like to show you some other workflows that can be the inspiration that I using also that we are running basically the everyday. The first, the another workflow we are syncing the CRM, but we are also using for the active acquisition the outbound campaigns. So we are using there our platform called the Lead Speaker, and what I'm doing there, I just taking the data from our calendars basically and exporting from there the domains, and after that I just taking all the email replies from some time, basically usually from the last week, and I just updating the blacklist to avoid to contact some person that was with us on the meeting or already replied to our meeting, because at this moment when we have the three different sales reps that basically running the multiple campaigns is a pretty tough, and it can save you also really time to sharing the spreadsheets with a list of leads and etc. In the similar way, I also utilize for the campaign reporting. Really, easy aggregation where I basically again download all the email replies. I just using for that the custom HTTPS request. So that's also good. Basically, you are able to integrate into those tools everything that has basically the API, because here in the apps ability there is some limitations, and there are only the well-known like the Monday and etc. But for example, when we are searching the lead speaker, we are still not here, and basically here is a pointed, hey, let's use the HTTPS request where you can import the kernel directly from the our API documentation and make this happen. And after that, you can basically do what you need, and I'm basically aggregating there the all reports, and after that I just tracking how many basically we had replies in that week, and etc. At this moment, the truth of source for that is a spreadsheets, but I slowly moving that into the pipe drive. But I just need something real fast, and at this moment, I just building the processes around the pipe drive, because the spreadsheet is not that best option. But for the beginnings, also in terms that you are learning with the n8n, I highly recommend to play around also with really easy use cases around the Google Sheets, for example, to pairing some data or merging the data from sheet 1 to sheet 2, and sorry, and etc. The next thing basically that I would like to show you is also some type of the GTM slash the retention workflow, so and etc. The thing that I also automating is based on the events directly in the Stripe. If you do not know, basically the Stripe is basically the wall for the payments. And what I do there, basically I just tracking there a few things. The first thing, I just tracking there the new subscribers, again for the reporting, seeing that into the pipe drive, and etc. After that, I just tracking also if basically okay, so bad workflow. Here, that's the thing that I would like to show you. What is important for me, I also basically tracking when somebody cancel the subscription in our platform, because it's usually giving us to opportunity to start working in the retention, because they usually cancel before end of their billing period. So I just utilize that also for this tracking of the retention and customer success activities. But we trying to prevent this behavior with tool called the customer score, that usually showing us something is wrong, usually the 3 weeks before they decide to cancel. So if you are solving the retention right now, I highly recommend to take a look to uh, those guys. They are basically the pretty good, and they are able to track the whole user base, and say you some trends, which users using data, and etc. And it will giving you the opportunity for the upsell, cross sell, and also basically to keep users activate, and in terms that someone will stop or be activate again to reactivate him. And after that, next to those things, I just utilize also some notifications, because time to time, the salespeople, when they are using the multiple inboxes, they can overlook some replies. So really nice and easy workflow is basically triggered by webhook again from the lead speaker, and here is a basically triggered basically directly a webhook in the Google Chat. So everyone that received the reply will also receive the notification directly to their Google Chat. And basically, after that, I can continue with many of other workflows that we are using on the daily basis. But I would like to show you only some quick overview. What are the capabilities? And as I mentioned on already on the beginning, when you do not know what to automate, it's basically too pretty tough to build something that makes sense. So, as a first thing that I would like to basically highlight is first sit down and draw the processes, discuss that with your team, and after that, start to automate that. Another thing, just play around. If you do not have some specific processes in your company and you are interested to start using n8n, I highly recommend basically to start automating some parts of your life. I just seen some automations for the newsletter readings, for some post creation, and etc. So you are able to find some plenty use cases that can save you the hours over time on a monthly basis. After that, uh, do not worry when you stuck. Feel free to ask the ChatGPT. In 99 cases, they will able to unstuck to you. I don't know in terms of a coverage for the make, but for n8n, when I was in a learning phase, basically it basically really helped me. So that's the also thing that I highly recommend. If you will have some questions about the integrations and etc., feel free to connect with me. Basically, here again, I will show you. This is my LinkedIn. I will show you on a bigger screen. Feel free to connect with me. You can basically drop me the message. You can also, because at this moment I do not have the time to replying to the questions in the chat. I will replying that after this webinar. So you can also reach out to me basically with the questions directly here to the LinkedIn, or drop me that under the video, the live stream on the YouTube, or under the video basically for the live stream on the LinkedIn. Other than that, if you are looking for some sales automation, I am from a company called Lead Picker. And basically, the Lead Picker doing the sales automation, we are able to help you with the signal tracking, like the job openings, the job changes, LinkedIn post likers, commenters, LinkedIn post tracking, and job and many other use cases. We also have a sequencer to automate the LinkedIn outreach and the email outreach. And yeah, we pretty love also the use cases built on top of our API directly in n8n or Make, or also seen some workflows in the Zapier. So also feel free to reach out to me for the API access, and we can find out something together. And I will slowly close up this webinar. Oh, at this moment, I just see that I have a really horrible background. So, so I will basically pick this screen again. Next time, I just need to clean a little bit background. But that's basically pretty much all from my side. So I wish you have a nice rest of the day, and feel free to ask me the questions. And after I will end it up the webinar, I will start slowly to answering on them. So have a nice rest of the day, and see you guys. Bye.